Okay. What's up, dude? So, this is going to be a fun video. This is something very different than I have ever done. And to be honest, it was from chatting with Dustin over at Monorake. Monorake? I don't know how to say his name. Anyway, Big D, appreciate you, brother. You're freaking awesome, and you've sparked something completely different in me. So, let's start at the beginning. I come from a very alcohol-based family. Every drink or every family gathering has a bottle of wine or some beer or some whiskey, whatever. So I come from a very alcohol-based family, and there's nothing wrong with that. I am a functional alcoholic, and there's one person out there, and you know who you are, that is going to talk shit behind my back for this. So, cheers. Actually, make sure you leave a comment for me too, and like the video. That way, at least I get some engagement out of it. Cheers to that one. So, anyway, I'm going to be going on a form of antidepressants in the next little bit here, just to kind of even everything out and just take a lot of the mental pressure off. My counselor and I have been going through this, and we went through the process, and yeah, functional alcoholic. Went from about 8+ drinks a day, walked myself back to about 7 to 8. I just kind of made a very incremental steps backwards in intake, as I call it. So I went from 8 down to 6, down to 5. I have a couple days here and there. I'll have an extra one or something if I have a long day at work, or I just feel like letting loose and have a little bit of fun, because I do enjoy drinking. Like, it's just a fun thing. I enjoy the experience of the different whiskeys or the different beers or wine, that kind of thing. I enjoy pairing food with it, all that kind of deal. So, yeah. So I walked from 8, 6, 4. Yesterday was 2. It's Friday, so I've had a couple extra beers today, which I'm not too worried about, to be completely honest. But it feels amazing. Like, it feels, number one, there's the mental aspect of, damn right, I walked my intake back, and I did it. And I love that. So that feels amazing. But then there's also just the physical aspects. Like, I feel lighter. I feel less weighed down. The mental fog is like pretty much gone now. I'm very stressed and like cortisol based up top from, I think I have operator syndrome. Those of you that don't know, it's basically where your system doesn't properly manage stress hormones and stress and that kind of thing, because I do have a fairly traumatic background. I've worked through that in therapy over the last 6 months, last year or so, and it's been the best thing that I've done. But then I've also worked in very stressful jobs. I'm not an operator in the like special forces sense, but there's a difference between drivers and operators. So I've done front load garbage for 8 years, give or take. And those jobs, you do 100, 120 calls over the span of, in my case, I had 80 to 95 calls over the span of 450 kilometers in a single day. So it is a very intense job. So yeah, for me, getting on some form of antidepressant is going to be very good. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to walk myself back. But at the same time, I also wanted to look at it from a health perspective and be like, no, I want to change this. I want to make it better. And I'm excited to do it. So at this point, I'm at like 4 this week. Next week, I want to be at 2 consistently. And then after that, it's basically like have some fun on the weekends kind of thing, give or take. There's obviously a little bit of fluctuation, which I'm not worried about. So there's that. Now, this is where it gets fun. I decided I'm going to go scorched earth on this, and I'm going to track the ever-loving hell out of what I eat, what I drink, and what I put into my body. So I'm sitting now at 2,000 calories a day. I'm actually underneath that. I'm at 1,700. And I feel fantastic. Like, I am full. I do not feel hungry. I'm not working out right now because I'm very much just like programming my body's system, or reprogramming my system. Before this, I would get home and have, good Lord, 4 cups of rice, 5 cups of rice, and a fried rice. I love cooking. So for me, I was just like, yeah, throw this in. Here's a bunch of rice. This looks normal. I wouldn't weigh anything. I wouldn't measure it. I just would just get home and be like, screw it, it's been a long day, I'm going to have a bunch of fried rice, and then I put some mayo on it, because trust me, if you're not putting Kewpie, especially, Kewpie mayo on your fried rice is just so good. But anyway, that's a different topic. So I figured I was probably taking in about 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day, And well, let me do this. Yeah. I feel like Tim Allen and the Santa Claus. Go completely nuts. High protein, very low carb-ish. I'm majority protein, carb, and then fat, because fats have the most calories. I think they're 9 calories per gram, something like that. So it's very easy to blow your calories out of the water and just eat fat all day. And then you just, yeah. So I also have a lot of extra fat. So when I do start working out again, then in this case, I figure my body will end up using that quicker and easier, and it'll just end up being faster in the weight loss program, or weight loss sense. So basically, at this point, what I eat every day is chicken breast. So I'll get home. I pre-cook all my chicken, like Sunday afternoon. I throw it on my Weber kettle, smoke up the chicken, fry it or cook it up. I do ever so slightly undercook it intentionally. That way when I go and reheat it, it's not like eating a Tempur-Pedic mattress, because let's be honest, we've all had that chicken or that beef where somebody cooks it and they cook they literally cook the hell out of it. Like, there is nothing in there. It is like eating mattress. It's been a mix of broccoli to start, and then I ran out of broccoli and I was like, yeah, screw it, I'm gonna go have some fun. I haven't had bok choy in a while. I love bok choy. So I got a pack of bok choy from Walmart for like $3, and I have about so I'll usually have 250 grams of chicken per meal, 200 grams of bok choy or some kind of like leafy green veg, something that's very like dense, because there's not a ton of calories in it. Actually, I can just look it up because I track everything in MyFitnessPal. Derp. 36 calories for 255 grams of bok choy. And if I feel like it, I'll throw some rice on it as well and that kind of thing. I haven't gotten into making wraps or nothing like that yet, because I'm trying to go very bodybuilder, like just scorched earth and just baseline reset my system. And then after that, I'll start having some fun with the recipes and that kind of thing. And plus, just to be honest, the repetition is amazing. I don't have to think when I get home. I know I've got chicken, rice, and broccoli, or chicken, rice, and veg, or I'm starting to implement potatoes. Yeah, this whole week except for yesterday, because it was one of my good buddies' birthdays. We went out to the Mandarin here in Ontario. If you haven't been to the Mandarin, oh, it's so good. It's an all-you-can-eat joint, and it's fantastic food. So I just let loose, had a beer, had a whole bunch of food. I made sure it was very intentional. Like, I did have the typical, like, chow mein and, like, fried crab balls and that kind of stuff. I didn't go nuts, but I did have some of that. But I put the majority of it in the sushi side. And like the protein side, that way it was still like relatively clean, like a ton of salmon sashimi and tuna sashimi, and then a bunch of rolls and that kind of deal too. But I did also want to see what a refeed day would look like. Yes, I know, 4 days in, shut up, I know. Anyway, I woke up this morning, went to work, came home, had my meals, had my afternoon nap, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I feel like Lightning McQueen in Cars 3 or whatever it is, my afternoon nap. And I got back on the scale and I'm 2 pounds down. So for me, I look at that and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, baby, let's keep this going. I can still enjoy life. I can still have a beer or two every few days or every day, whatever. If I don't want to, then I don't have to. And that was the thing. I got home yesterday and I was good with the one beer. And then I was like, hey, you know what? It's bedtime. I'm going to have one more, because I just feel like it. It was just nice to know that I'm like, hell yes, it is kicking in and it is working. And to be honest, I feel great. My entire work day, I fast. So I do intermittent fasting from roughly 9 o'clock p.m., 2100 to about noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, give or take. So yeah, and I love it. I feel lighter. I feel just less weighed down. I hesitate to use the buzzword, but I feel like the inflammation is going down. Like, legitimately, I just feel overall so much better. And let me tell you, if you are a mom or a dad with a child or multiple kids, this is the way to do it, man. It is fantastic. I'll help cook meals for my family. We got a toddler, and so if they need help, lately the wife's just been cooking up what they want, whether they have leftovers, the stuff they have, or this, that, or the other, or I'll make a quick thing for them. But I am loving the repetition, because I just get home, throw it in the pan. So here's number one. If you're anything like me, I am a very obsessive personality trait, or personality type. whether it is getting cocktail gear. When I started getting into cocktails, I went nuts. I got the jigger, I got the Japanese style jigger, I got the pour spouts, I got the different types of shakers, I got the this, I got the mixing glass, the different glassware. Now, granted, a product photographer as well, so that is a big part of it too, but also just that personality type. Camera gear is the same. Like, I'll research camera stuff all night just because I feel like it, and it's just one of those things I'm excited about, or was excited about. I'm still loving it, but it's just, it's a different video, but everything's kind of taken a dull turn for me, and it's very odd. Anyway, so with that, I will say, do not look at what I'm doing and do not over-research stuff and just burn yourself out, because I have done that so many times, and it created a massive freaking mental block for me. I wanted to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, granted, back in the day, I did not have a work ethic. I actually have one now because I was forced to, and it's freaking amazing. That being said, do not over-research it and burn yourself out and create mental blocks by saying, well, Jeff does this, or Mike Menzer does this, blah, 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 and just like log it all and be like, I have to go this way and I have to do this. And if X doesn't equal Z, then Y is happening. And then it's just like, holy crap. No, just make it simple. It's KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. It is legitimately that. Get on your health in this day and age, especially. Control what you're eating. Watch yourself. Make sure you're doing good, and just enjoy it. Enjoy the progress. Enjoy making it good. And yeah, it's so good. So anyway, if you like what you're seeing, I would appreciate a follow. Go check out Box Pressed Bagger and Box Pressed Biker on Instagram. Biker is more mental health focused, whereas Bagger is more product photos and just overall like reactions, good times, that kind of deal. And if you like what you're seeing on here, then I'd appreciate a sub, hit the bell, all that stupid stuff that they make you do in order to be able to see the content creators you followed, in order to see the content from them, but they make you hit a whole bunch of different things to see the content. It's just, yeah. So anyway, love you guys. Bro, you can do this. Keep your head up, and you'll get there. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Just remember, movement is movement. The only time you fail is when you lay down and give up. So, peace.